And action.
God damn it. Action. It's not meant to be. One more time. I got this. What the fuck? I'm gonna do it upside down and see what happens.
Action.
Oh, it works. Okay, I'll do it upside down.
Okay, action. Fuck. Do it right there.
Okay.
Right, and action.
Compromise me.
Bart, did you ever have a pimple problem growing up?
Actually, I did. Originally, I had really smooth skin, and then when I was 15, I started taking ecstasy, and that really fucked my skin up. Like, my skin was like baby skin. Like, all my friends would be like, damn, how's your skin so clear? Because all my friends are breaking out already when they're going through puberty, and my skin was like a baby's ass. And then I started taking ecstasy, and that shit started fucking everything up. I would have a pimple, and then I have a pimple grow on top of the pimple, and then a pimple go on top of the pimple, on top of another pimple, like a lasagna. Or like a Taco Bell Mexican pizza. It's just layers, right? With fucking ground beef pouring out and shit. Because like ecstasy, it's like there's all these other filler drugs in there. There's probably a lot of toxins, you know? And my kidneys couldn't, and my liver couldn't clean up all the toxins. So it started releasing all these things through my face. I mean, my skin was soft like a motherfucker, dude. It was like girl. Like, you can't even see the pores.
No, I did not have a big pimple problem growing up.
Never?
I wasn't one of those faces where it was like covered in pimples. It's just like occasionally the one or two, but like when I do get one, it's like humongous, and it's like kind of like the one that Bart gets in the skit, where it's like this humongous one pimple, rather than being like the entire face of like little ones. Occasionally, like I would have long hair. I used to grow my hair out a lot. Like hair would be on the forehead, or like, you know, like long hair on the sides right here. That would cause a lot of like pimples to flare up because of the oil, I guess the oil and the sweat, you know, and it kind of gets caked up. Kind of disgusting, but I mean that's how pimples start though, like from the bed, you know, like when you're sleeping and if you don't wash your sheets, like kind of, that also starts pimples.
Remember your first pimple?
High school?
And how was your first reaction to your first pimple?
Fuck, what the fuck is on my face? It was just more of like, oh man, I got a pimple? What is this? And it was like, I had 3 of them right here. It's like 1, 2, and 3. And I just couldn't stand it. I just wanted to pop it, and I think I did.
If someone had like giant, like just bump in their back and they ask you, can you squeeze all this stuff out?
Oh hell yeah, yeah. I think that's kind of cool. Ew, no, I can't do it.
You can't do it?
I can't do it.
If Bart asked you to pop his pimple, would you do it?
I would, but I would have to use tissue, and I would like pinch it and be like, oh.
Would you allow someone else to pop your own pimple?
No! Ew, no! I don't even like popping my own pimples. Like, I just let it go away.
Do you ever try to hide it sometimes?
Hide it? Yeah, it's called makeup.
So make it.
So
Okay.
it's awesome.
The most awkward place I've ever had a pimple, which is probably the most painful, was having a freaking pimple in between your butt cheeks. To be exact, it was on my left butt cheek.
I was a dirty kid, so I didn't really care. In junior high, I probably took a shower every 4 days. I would go out and play all day and be all sweaty and just go straight to bed and sleep, and then the next day, like, I would go out again. And I think now when I don't sleep much, or I drink a lot of coffee, or something happened that's stressful, then it goes overnight, it just goes boop, and it comes out. But yeah, I could pop pimples for people. I could pop pimples like I pop bottles at the club.
Are you comfortable with people popping your pimple?
Yeah. I had an ex-girlfriend that liked to pop my pimple and clean it for me.
So why do you think pimples is such a big deal for just people in general?
I think especially in high school, pimples are a big deal because, like, hey, quit.
Balt, hey.
I think pimples really matter, especially in high school, because image is like a big thing in high school, and you don't want to come into, like, you know, you don't want to embarrass yourself. And on top of that, like, you want a presentable face, like, regardless if you're in high school or not. Regardless if you're in high school or not, I think everyone wants a presentable face, especially if they're gonna go out and bald!
I love that fucking ball.
How many times did Julie have to put on makeup? Or how many times did Julia have to put on makeup for you?
You called her
I
Julie
did.
and it was on film. Who is Julie? Cause your girlfriend's name is Julia. Oh, you better not delete this. So she applied makeup about, it's gonna be my 4th time she's caking on that white. She keeps having to reapply it just cause, so they bought 2 different types. They bought this like cream based one and then they bought another one that's like activated with water. The cream one was just way too cakey and it just felt like this thick, huge layer on my face. And then anytime I would like touch it, it would just get all over the costume and stuff. So I'm like, okay, let's not do that anymore. And then we did the one that was like activated with water. And that one felt really good, felt really light, but then it felt like the mud mask. Because once you put it on your face and then it dries and then it starts getting like really hard. So as soon as you like smile, it just starts like cracking like crazy. So I had like creases all over my face and it kept like, and it was like, it felt like it was like 120 degrees out. I know it was probably like 80 degrees, but it was like this dry ass 80 degrees. So I started sweating immediately because I was wearing like you guys saw, this fucking huge foam fleece costume. So I was sweating balls in there. And since it's activated by water, whenever I started like perspiring, it started like running down my face. Action.
Thank you for LA Bouldering for letting us climb here and risk our lives and have a lot of great fun and have great footage for you guys to watch.
Yeah, are there any tips or anything that you want to say just for the people that are newbies to this whole thing?
Yeah, just come in. If you've never done it before, we'll show you what to do. Beginners, intermediates, advanced, get in here. It's really awesome and huge and new.
And the ground is
awesome.
really soft.
It's really soft and it's really fresh and it smells really good in here.
The OC Fair, short for Orange County Fair, was first held in the summer of 1890. The fair started out with just a horse race and livestock exhibits. By the 1900s, carnival-like attractions were added on and became a year